know what I mean? Which would probably most likely kill you. You know what I mean? They do all these dangerous things. If you're lost in the bush, the last thing you want to do is get sweating. No matter if it's minus 10 or plus 10 or minus 40. If you sweat, you die. You know, you stay cool, you stay dry. You can be cold and dry and you'll survive. That's, you know, but even on the warmest summer night, anywhere in the world, 90% of people will die if they spent the night outside naked. A mouse, minus 40, sleeping in a snowbank, he's good till spring. You know, as long as he doesn't drown, right? As long as he doesn't get flooded out and drowned. And so I started thinking last night, well, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think I should start doing some bushcraft stuff for you? The problem is my time restraint. YouTube doesn't want to pay its content creators, clearly, and my Professional Canadian Beaver Walker channel just isn't big enough to put a lot of time in it. But I could do little snippets here and there, like how to navigate in the bush without a compass, that type of thing, using the sun. And if you spend enough time out in the bush, you're going to pick this stuff up after a while anyway, and you're going to learn how to be relaxed in the bush. And that's a lot tougher, is trying to learn how to relax in the bush. Because the problem, like for me, okay, yes, I'm on a time restraint because I'm, you know, trying to make money, you know what I mean, with my trapping. But if I was just doing the bushcraft stuff and there was enough of an audience for it, and it was funded, of course I could take my time, build you a nice romantically big shelter. I could do all the Tarzan man versus wild stuff. Ooh. Now and then you hear a sound, right? And you're like, what's that? So much ice. So yeah, learn how to relax in the bush. Like, I mean, even if I don't make a lot of money at this year, it's something I have to do anyway, because those beavers have been building up for the past 4 or 5 years really big, and I gotta get them out of here before they flood out my town. Or, you know, it'd be cool to have my own lakes, but it does get to the point where it floods out quite a bit. That flood, they never really got in there too much, so I guess it's just a little too far off the beaten path for them or whatever. But the point is that, yeah, I'm going to do like little snippet videos. I'll entitle them Reg's Bushcraft the Right Way. Not necessarily, that's too arrogant. But again, if you can make things simpler for people, then they can do all their little tasks. Now, I understand there's people going out there to do bushcraft on purpose to build like a chair or whatever, and they build this elaborate chair and so that, and they get a pride and stuff like that. So I would never take that from somebody. I'm like, but you wouldn't do it unless you had spare time to do it, right? It's one of those things that you're not doing it if you had to live on it and that type of thing. Like, how would you do it quickly? Like, there's something good to burn right there. And you know, you collect up all your wood and everything like that. You see all this dead stuff here, you don't need a knife for any of it, really. The only thing you might use a knife for is to strike the flinter. And even then, you want to strike the flinter in such a way that it doesn't, doesn't dull the knife, you know what I mean? But when I see all these bushcraft knives that are coming out now, they're good knives, they're great knives. But it's like, it's teaching people to be more dramatic than they need to be, I think. I mean, that's my take on it. Like, it's like, because then you can just enjoy the nature. But then again, it doesn't make for good video content unless there's all kinds of fancy stuff happening, right? So I figured, well, if I did do videos, you're probably less impressed by the simplicity of what I'm trying to do. Why I'm always trying to keep things as simple as possible. But that's what you would do. That's what they did in the 1800s and the 1700s and 1500s and forever time, was they always went, okay, here's all the kindling we need. There's dead trees right here, nice and snap like that. That's gonna burn like you wouldn't believe, you know, on a bed of leaves, and dried out this, dried out that. Put all your logs on the inside. It's gonna burn, like it's gonna burn really well. And then of course you build your fire up, you know, bigger sticks, whatever. You collect everything first and then you put it together, right? Yeah, so first snare says Nothing. Get in my trap, damn you. I'm gonna do a little bit of hiking today. I'm gonna get that snare up. Brought back some more snare chains. Put my snares together. I just gotta find the location where I'm gonna put the snares. Got a bunny hopper there. And a bunny hopper. A lot of bunny hoppers this year. But yeah, so unfortunately the dam is taking out my 2 traps, but I left my traps here last night. I'm gonna try to get those beaver traps up. Wow, that water, I could tell that water went down even last night. Yeah, all the ice is just lowered down. But the point I'm making is that if I do a bushcraft channel, I'll try to show you the simple way to do stuff. It'll be a little bit more boring, but if you were lost in the bush, you're going to accomplish 10 times more of the stuff doing that, because you're going to be pressed for time no matter what you do. I'm sure there's my traps. So you remember I caught a nice stick yesterday. Don't know how much that'll fetch, that stick, but yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, so we'll talk more about that. I'm just going to get all set up here and then